on to the Hawkeye spoiler review, baby!
I just said that.
And season recap, I guess.
Season
So
recap
this-
as well, yeah.
So this is Christmas. That's the title.
Oh, is that the title of the final episode?
Is that yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Huh. The Christmas was yesterday.
Christmas
I mean,
was it?
came
No,
out,
2 days
it
ago.
Came
I guess.
out. It came out on the 22nd. So
Yeah. But yeah,
Oh, yesterday for me.
so yeah, how are we doing this again?
we just share our thoughts of the episode, and then we can go
Yeah,
over
we're-
overall season.
We're going directly into spoiler territory, obviously. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think everyone in
so
the chat have seen it.
yeah, let's start off directly with like, I don't know.
The
Do you want
first
to
shot.
find-
The first. Let's go to the first shot of the episode, and they directly waste
Yes.
no time and revealing Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin. He's back.
Yes.
Let's talk
Yeah,
about that.
baby. I think honestly, what's his name? Kingpin's performance, like it's good in some parts, but I feel like it's honestly quite lacking in some, especially the action bits. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
agree with
especially the
that.
action beats, and then like whenever D'Onofrio is just kind of like threatening or like talking, he's amazing. I like him in that role.
Yo,
But when he started like I don't really enjoy the final fight scene with Kate Bishop of like Kingpin versus Kate Bishop. It's like he's just not the fighting type, I guess. When they try to show his strength, it's kind of weird. I don't know. That's how I feel at least.
I'll say this. I actually, because I'm a psycho, I rewatched the full series again because my initial thoughts on the
Damn.
series was that it was really good, disappointing finish, and I feel really disappointed. But I wonder if I was being too harsh on my criticism, so I decided to rewatch it to see if it changed at all, and like it does, because I think as a whole, and this is gonna go to this as a whole for the finale, everything they recap everything pretty well, in my opinion. They did everything all well done. The only thing that slightly disappointed was Kingpin. I agree with that. He does not. The thing that they build up is still not as satisfying
He did not live
to
up.
what he is. Yes, because they built him up really high, and I guess it's sort of difficult because he's only have one episode.
No, and it's not only they build him up high, it's also the fact, especially if you watch the Daredevil series, you have very high expectation, especially since they
Yeah.
recast him, kind of thing. That's for me at least. I have quite high expectations for what Kingpin's going to be like. You
Right.
know, yeah.
And like even for myself, because they never confirm if this is the same Daredevil Kingpin or not. So I am going into the show thinking that this is a brand new character, so I don't want to put that thing in the background to try to see it as what it is, as what it is.
Yeah.
They built him up, and it doesn't really. It just doesn't.
Live up to the
It's-
expectation, I guess. To what
Yeah,
you're
it's
expecting.
like the build up is not the best.
On-
I'll
although-
defend the fight scenes. He clearly does not want to kill Kate, so he's not using his full force. All of the things that he does in that fight is just he's pushing Kate. He's literally just pushing Kate away.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to.
basically,
He
yeah.
doesn't want to kill Kate at all. So it makes sense
Yeah.
of how he approached to the fight is. He's still strong.
That-
Though. He literally rip off a car door. So
No, that's a thing though. It's like again, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a brand new Kingpin, nothing to do with the Daredevil series. But again, it's it's in the back of my mind. Like we knew what he's capable of, I guess. You know, and he's just not doing that kind of thing. They are like well, nerfing his sense of his murderous intent, I suppose. Of yeah, that
it's,
yeah.
Less
it's
murdery.
Disney Plus. He's not
It's
gonna
Disney.
smack someone.
Exactly, it's
gonna-
Disney Plus. That's the thing. That's like my main concern about it, right? Yeah, like they're going to tone it down, but yeah, that they definitely tone it down. Like
They
Kingpin in the
definitely did, yeah.
Hawkeye, in the Hawkeye final episode, he's more like when he's not threatening, he's more of I'm pretty fun guy kind of vibe. That's what I'm getting, especially the Hawaiian shirt and everything.
That is straight from the comic. That is straight from
Yeah.
the comics, by the way. There's a comic
Oh,
storyline where
nice.
he used the Hawaiian shirt the whole time.
That's neat. Yeah. Yeah.
And
So yeah.
I do love that if you realize, whenever he's pissed off, like whenever he's talking to Eleanor or like talking to Echo when he's kind of pissed off,
Mhm.
his eyes went from like normal to slowly twitching to intensely twitching. Like I don't know how I cannot twitch my eye like that, but the way how he did it is like kind of like so cool. Kelvin, you're not twitching your eye at all.
I know. I
Yeah,
think
no,
my
you're
eyes
just
just too
like
small.
You look like
Oh.
you just had a stroke.
It
yeah.
felt it felt like I'm twitching my eyes, but honestly, on camera, now that I look at it, it's pretty much like I'm closing one eye.
Do your best impersonation of Kingpin.
Yeah, Ariq, what did you think of Kingpin?
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
But
right?
I think I will do your
I never-
quiz first.
Yeah, I'm
since I
especially
watched.
curious about Teguh since he didn't watch the Daredevil series. Yeah,
Mm,
Teguh,
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
like again, I never saw it, so I didn't have any expectations going in.
Mhm.
But from what I just saw, I liked him. Like he's that
Fun uncle.
okay. I was gonna say he has kind of like the hints of like those typical like Godfather vibes, but then again, not really. Because no, I was saying like with the Godfather vibes, they're like, oh, you're part of the family kind of thing. Like just like yeah, literally just family. It's all about family. And like he says that, but I kind of feel like he doesn't mean it. He's just saying it just for the sake of it. I could be wrong, but that's like what my impression of it. My impression of it and the fight scenes. Although I don't have a point of reference from like Daredevil or anything, I do agree that it was a bit um
Lacking.
not necessarily like okay, I'm with Albert on this. It felt like he was holding back because I clearly
He
you
was.
clearly saw him uh pull like rip a car door open, but like at the same time when he's fighting Kate Bishop, it's just like yeah, he just felt more annoyed. I feel like
He
Yeah.
literally said that you're starting to annoy me.
yeah, like
Starting
he's just
to-
Yeah.
like being annoyed, just like I don't want to deal with you right now, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Even though it was still pretty violent, but like he didn't have any intention to kill, I guess, is what I kind of took away from it. My only thing is like my only complaint about it is they're hyping like well, I don't know if they hyped it up. Well, they did hype it up a lot for like the hardcore fans and you guys hyped it up a lot. But at the end we kind of close it on on an unknown with like Echo shooting him.
mm.
I'm like on one hand I'm inclined to believe it doesn't end there, but on the other hand it just might. So I don't
Man,
know.
they clearly kill him off. Can you imagine if they did?
That's the thing, right? Like, yeah, it looks like they killed him off, but I'm like,
Yeah,
I would
I mean,
like Kingpin is such a big character, not just for like Kate Bishop. He's a big character, especially they're bringing in Daredevil and
Mhm.
let
you
me.
know existing MCU characters. Spider-Man has a lot of run-ins with the Kingpin, and I'm assuming they're great stories about Spider-Man and Kingpin, you know. So I'm like, there's no way they kill him
He's,
off, right?
he's coming back in the Echo series.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure it's
confident.
coming. There's
And
no way.
let me tell you what's gonna happen, based on a comic.
Okay.
Does this look familiar to you guys? That's Echo. That's Kingpin. They're literally talking about
Oh,
family.
yeah.
We need each
Huh.
other. Bam. All right. And then, this happens. The next frame. Pretty much, he just lost his eyes.
How do you lose an eye from a point blank shot? No, you lose your brain.
Kelvin, this is a comic book. It doesn't make sense. At one point, Kingpin somehow regained his eyes based on science. They don't explain it too well, but he gained his eyes back. It's comic book. Deal with
Hey
it.
man, it's science. It works. It works out well. It's
It's
science.
science.
Hey, Daredevil's biggest villain just lost his eyes. They're in the same playing ground.
No, they're the same.
Not so different, you and I.
Oh, we
But
are
yeah,
the same.
Pretty sure they're just gonna do this for the Echo series.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. Again, there's no way they're going to kill off such a big character.
Mhm.
Maybe if you have
Which is
no.
what I'd like to believe, but I
Well,
mean, again, I don't know much about him, so.
yeah. Again, like if you don't know much about Kingpin, like if you just like super casual about it, it's like, oh, all right. So what's the point of
Damn.
him? You know, coming,
Kelvin just
appearing,
called
and then
me a
dying.
fucking normie.
Yeah, you are.
Ah.
You are though. When it comes to this, yeah.
I
When it
deny
comes to this,
nothing.
you are Teguh.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
No, but yeah, the very casual people, they'll be like, oh, what? He's dead, just like that. But to us, that knows about it,
To us,
this,
he
They
means
pan
a lot.
away. They pan away for a reason. Okay.
yeah, exactly. Whenever they show someone like dying and then they pan away,
Yeah, they find ways. They're never really
60,
dead.
70% of the time, they're not really dead. Come on.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
MCU, right?
Yeah.
Even I
Especially
know that.
MCU. Yeah. So yeah, it's a common trope, I guess. So there's no way Kingpin's dead. But yeah, pretty much dead. I think but yeah, pretty much like yeah, Kingpin wasn't the best, I think. It was good, wasn't the best. Yeah.
Hmm.
Uh though I
So
do like the final scenes with Kate Bishop when hey, it came back, the coin flip thing. And then it blew
Oh,
up
he
an
yeah,
grabbed
arrow.
yeah,
he
yeah.
Yeah.
grabbed the cufflinks. That is the same cufflinks from the. We talked about it. It's the same.
Yeah, we talk about the
cufflinks.
cufflinks. Yeah, it's the same cufflinks. Nice. It's a
And
nice
go to the
callback.
it go to the magnet and everything.
It's like boom! Yeah,
Kate,
just
Kate's,
flip the
Kate's,
coin.
Kate's pretty smart.
Okay, I mean, like, you gotta be smart if you're just a average
And resilient.
person fighting against that dude, a box dude.
A box dude. It's not
I
into
gotta,
the Spider-Verse one.
I gotta say, talking about the ending, and we'll revisit the whole episode. The after she defeat Kingpin and how she hand her mother over to the police at
Police.
Christmas, that was pretty cold. Not gonna lie.
That was cool.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
But
cool.
that was cold. That was cold.
But Haley's and Vera Farmiga's performance are really good in that one. It's like, oh my god, that's like super sad.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And I guess it's a fun ending with like what's his name, Clint Barton, like accepting Kate Bishop and inviting him to meet the family and everything. That was a
Mhm.
sweet ending. That was a sweet ending.
And we
And
finally there was Agents
and they
of
brought the
S.H.I.E.L.D.
dog.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
was
and the
about to
dog
say-
got the name.
Lucky.
Yeah,
Lucky.
and they brought the dog, and they got a name finally. Not the pizza dog anymore. It's Lucky now. Yeah.
And we got the resolution to the Rolex agent. And if you then you flip it, there is a shield logo and there's number 19. 19 is
Yeah.
the code name of Mockingbird, which we talked about. So you know, maybe
You know, yeah, pretty much that. So yeah, we got the conclusion for the Rolex, and then Kate
Actually,
Bishop,
no,
and
I
Lucky.
wasn't very satisfied with the Rolex conclusion.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't really get
Yes.
to
and
see.
plus,
I mean,
I'm
like,
a norm, and again, I'm a
I'm
normie as
satisfied
we
by it.
established, so that flew straight over my
Here's
head.
what I don't find
Yeah.
as satisfying is that, like, okay, look, yeah, it's cool that we find out that it belongs to her and
I mean,
that
pretty
she's
much
she's
Mockingbird,
an
whoever
agent
it
of
is.
Shield.
Yeah, she's an agent.
Yeah.
It's cool that it belongs to her, but why were the tracksuit mafia so
Looking for
fixated
it,
on
right?
getting it? Yeah, what does it do?
Yeah, they
Is
did.
it just
say,
a
It's-
like,
watch? Does it have any
It's so
significance?
it's a watch from the Avengers compound, and they are
Yeah.
dealing with money. It's gonna.
I guess so.
That's
It's gonna
all
pay
they
a
need
lot.
to know.
That's
They are
all they
trying to
want to
steal
know, I
every.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all they want. They just want the money.
True. I mean, again, we don't
Yeah.
really see like Clint
It's
Barton like
disappointing.
there's not much to do with the Rolex other than my identity is in crisis mode, I guess, kind of thing, right?
And Echo probably wanted for just to.
To find out
Uh,
about Clint's family, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why.
Yeah.
Because
That's
I thought
pretty
the
much
Rolex
it.
itself has,
More to it, right?
some
Yeah.
meaning. Yeah. Apparently, the real Rolex were the friends we made along the way, kind of deal. So I don't know.
You know,
So,
in that sense, I do have four Rolex, 3
What?
Rolex.
fun fact: the first time we see Laura Barton in the MCU is Age of Ultron, right? And then
Yes.
remember how everyone in the Avengers were like confused. What, Clint have a family?
Yeah.
Do you know what one of the first words Tony Stark did when he saw it was?
What was it?
This must be a secret agent of some kind.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's true.
Damn.
Oh yeah,
Call
yeah.
back.
Like,
And those are smaller
Yeah.
agents.
yeah, and then the kids come out. Those are smaller agents.
Wow, Tony, you know everything.
Damn.
That's
Call
very
back.
Knew.
Well,
Yeah.
too late. He didn't live long enough to see it through.
Damn, Rick.
Damn,
You
damn
don't have to.
cold.
Cold.
That's
You don't have to.
cold.
You don't have to remind us of the tragedy that is.
Recap.
Anyway, we went straight to the ending. Let's talk about the other stuff in the episode. So in the episode,
What happened in the rest of the
well, in the
episode?
in the in the episode, obviously, we find they go to the Christmas party, right? They say
Yep.
Oh right.
they open with Kate finding out who the Kingpin is. They work together. Eleanor and Kingpin works together. Eleanor tried to get out of the business, but Kingpin's like, "No, you gotta stay here." Blah blah blah. There's no way. And it turns out it's because it's because the father of, I don't remember Kate's father's name. Shrek
Yeah,
from
yeah,
Broadway.
him.
Shrek
Jack
from Broadway.
Haynes.
No, not Jack.
Jack-
Jack is the
Not Jack. The
Jack is
the guy
Oh,
that died.
the fiance.
Oh, the guy that died.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shrek from Broadway owes a lot of money to Kingpin. So that's why Eleanor is in the business with Kingpin. And eventually they go to the Christmas party. They got ambushed. Kate and Yelena had a fight. They slap in the elevator, which is a cool fucking scene. And then they had a fight in the ice rink and everything with the tracksuit, and Echo tried to run away, blah blah. So what's your thoughts on that whole part of that story? Because we didn't touch that.
Whenever Yelena appears, I loved her. I love Yelena. She's such a gem at this
Stop
point.
making me like.
Such a gem. You mean a hot sauce?
Oh,
As Naruto the
oh.
man
Yes,
said last
she is a
episode.
hot sauce. She is a hot sauce.
She's very hot sauce.
Damn.
Go back
hot
to
sauce.
138 episode. But yeah, yeah, like Kate Bishop perfectly put it. Stop making me like you so much. You know, like
Ah, yes.
damn, Yelena, I already like you, and then like after this, I like the character even more. Definitely, yeah. It's like I don't know, the whole her sarcastic nature, I guess. You know, and then it's just fun to watch and fun to see her interact with like Kate Bishops. That's for sure. Yeah.
Not only that, the fight scenes are legitimately good. Like in the when they're fighting after the elevator, and then they are fighting from
fought
from
across
one
the
office to
building.
an office. Yeah, because that's clearly they had to make a set for that because you cannot shoot that. So they made a set for different office and they just pan like that, and that's really cool. That was one take.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool take. That's cool take. Yeah.
Kate and Yelena fighting there, and
Yeah, that's true.
and at the end when she's confronting Renner, confronting Clint, her
Mhm.
performance, Florence Pugh's performance is really great in that one, and so is Clint's. They're both their
Yeah.
performance really great, and how they deal with Natasha's grief, and she doesn't believe it and everything because she's very grounded. She obviously doesn't believe those Mojo Jojo Infinity Stones crap. So like, she's.
Does she know about all those stuff? I don't think she.
I don't think she
No.
does.
Yeah,
I
she
don't
doesn't.
think she does.
She
Yeah,
doesn't
no.
know about all
That's,
the
that's, that's why
space
she does.
stuff.
That's why she doesn't believe it. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
why
true.
when they're the fact that Clint have to relieve that again and explain to Yelena what it is, it's like super depressing and sad. And like
Yeah.
Yelena have to face the fact that that's possible. That's what happened. It's like super the way how they both perform and expect it. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. How about you guys? Like about Yelena? What's thoughts on her?
Just Yelena, no, not the whole.
I mean, like the whole
middle
thing,
one.
I guess.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. Like the whole episode, like as a whole, because like I've already mentioned many times here on this series, on the series, no, like on the Councilmen, that like a lot of action, packed stuff, and this was basically the most action packed episode
Mhm.
of them all. It was more action packed than bloody Falcon and Winter Soldier, in my opinion.
We got a
at
speech
least.
for that one.
a very long, dragged out, cringe speech. This one is just
Well, it's not really that cringe, but it's dragged out.
It was
kinda
okay
cringe.
halfway. After it went too
And then
long,
he
it's
kept
kinda
going.
cringe.
when he kept going, that kind of cringe, bro. But in any case, yeah. I do like the whole like actions. As you mentioned, the one take with the what's her name?
Yelena and Kate
The
Bishop.
hot sauce, the hot sauce.
yeah.
The one thing with hot sauce. The what is it? The ice ring fight that was very
That
spectacular.
was so cool.
Oh
Man.
yeah,
Was,
we haven't thought.
was
Yeah, we'll touch
amazing.
on that soon.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
touch on that soon, yeah. But that was like spectacular. The Kingpin one, I didn't actually give my thoughts on this. Kelvin just went straight ahead. Who cares what their opinion? But like, what the Kingpin one,
yeah, I know, right? Who cares?
who cares? But yeah, I know the Kingpin one. Like, yeah, his was I don't know. Like, yeah, I agree with what you guys said. Like, his fighting was a bit underwhelming, but I understand that one, he doesn't want to kill Kate Bishop, so he can't go full on fight like he does against Daredevil. You know, in the Netflix series. That and also, you know, Disney Plus gonna have to tone it down with his violence a bit. No, not a bit, quite a lot.
Definitely
So
have
yeah,
to.
he's nerfed, like, you know, in that kind of sense that his brutality is nerfed basically. So I
Mhm.
kind of just like accepted it, like, oh, you know what, for a Disney Plus, I guess that's as good as they can get for him, or you know, in the situation.
For
So I
now.
wasn't entirely, yeah, for now. So I wasn't
Yeah,
entirely
for now.
disappointed by that. So yeah, and also like there was a lot of like what do you call it? A lot of like story like moments, especially the one with the one that I really liked the most is still, yeah, the Hawkeye and hot sauce. Don't even remember her name anymore. Yelena.
Yelena.
Yelena,
Yelena.
hot sauce,
Yeah,
hot
Yelena
sauce.
Belova.
That's her final
yeah, no,
last
there,
name.
That's the last name,
yeah,
Belova.
yeah, yeah. Their story is like the most compelling. It's also like relates to the, you know, end game and Natasha. So that was like I really enjoyed that part. Yeah, it's an extremely strong episode, and it's probably like the best. No, when
One
it
of the
comes to
best, at
last
least.
episodes of all the series, I think
This
this
is the
one's like,
best one.
That's probably the best one.
yeah,
Yeah, for a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
mean,
reasons.
yeah,
Because
let's literally
I think so.
compare this to, okay, what if it's different, completely different, not that yet. Compare this to Loki. Loki's finale is just 2-3% talking in a room. That's the
yeah,
whole episode.
Yeah,
I mean,
This
yeah,
sure, it's interesting,
you
but
got
yeah,
yeah.
everything.
It's interesting, yeah,
And then
but
like we talk about Falcon and the Soldier. You said there is a speech at the end. The action is fine.
yeah, yeah,
WandaVision is very hit or miss. It's super generic, you know. But
it
like this
is,
one,
yeah.
like
it concludes everything.
This
like
finish is the
WandaVision is
strongest,
like
yeah.
WandaVision, like first viewing. I think it's good ending, but if you watch it again, it's not the best.
Yeah,
That's how
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel, at least. Yeah,
Because I understand like Loki and WandaVision, they're really good throughout. This just the ending is, you know, they're good enough at least. This one is like spectacular ending.
I think I think this is the best ending yet out of the TV
Hmm.
shows.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
I'm
inclined
in
to agree on
agreement
that.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
you have anything else to add to go to this? All this stuff?
No, not really. I just agree. Yeah, I think it's the strongest episode. I really liked it. Um, apart from what I said about Kingpin earlier, yeah, no, that's about it. You
I
guys
like
covered
Eh,
everything.
I like that they get to do stuff with the LARPers. I like that again.
I like the part
There's
when Clint was in the tree. I think that was my
yes,
oh
favorite.
yeah,
with the owl carrying the tiny
I
bro
love the
truck,
owl.
the bro truck.
the bro. No, yeah,
The
Also,
bro
yeah.
fun
truck.
fact: apparently, the owl was inspired by a real life event where an owl was found in a Christmas tree somewhere in New York, a baby owl in like 2020, I think. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's based
Oh,
on that.
alright.
Oh, it's a
That's
little
very cool.
reference.
Alright, yeah. Let's get to the big fight scene, which is the ice ring fight, I suppose. Yeah.
Hmm.
No, honestly, like the ice ring fight is
Everything.
definitely a very, very fun watch because we get to see all the bunch of trick arrows
Oh
that
yeah,
they
all the
have
trick
Arrows.
in their
arrows.
quivers. It's like, damn. Some of the trick
I
arrows
know.
are like surprising on what they
The
can
one
do.
that shoots
I
spikes.
know. I was so amused
Yeah.
by that scene. I think I remembered when we were all watching. Well, without Albert, sadly. Wait, no, it is with
I
No,
Albert.
we
was there
watch
Never
it
with,
mind.
with
Yeah, it was
Albert.
with Albert.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Albert was
and
there.
then I
Never
rewatched it
mind.
again without you guys. Oh,
Damn.
You shut up, Albert. Yeah, no,
I
I
pay
was just
attention
like,
to the arrows more the second time. It's like, oh, that's that,
yeah,
that's that. That's cool.
yeah, no, I was finding it was so amusing because I was literally like, it was literally the meme, random bullshit, go, because they were just like shooting random arrows. They all have random effects, and you know, one way or another, they beat them like
Here,
that. It's funny.
I do have to say one thing I found lacking in that
Uh,
boomerang arrow.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they never brought the
that didn't
boomerang
make
They
it.
never
Yeah,
arrow.
brought back the
They don't
boomerang
have
arrow.
they couldn't figure out the physics of it.
Yeah, I was really hoping that the boomerang arrow will like appear again, and then like Kate will say something snarky about it. Like, oh, it's actually good.
They
Something like
do
that.
they do mention in episode 4 when they mention about trick arrows and how Kate said that an arrow cannot split in a way. It doesn't work that way. And in this episode, when she's shooting at Clint shooting at Kazi, the arrow split into 3, and then Kazi catch the middle one, but the other 2 guys got hit.
Oh
It's,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
Oh, that
reference
was
episode
that was
4,
cool.
so that's cool.
That was cool. That was cool. Yeah.
Also,
Uh,
that one guy literally lose his leg when that arrow frees his leg. He lost his leg. He
oh,
cannot recover that.
definitely,
That's like
definitely.
frostbite times 10.
is
His leg is gone.
that is brutal.
I was like, I like that the fight is not only just arrow. Well, not they shoot arrows, but they also smack people around with their bows. And at one point, Kate uses her bow to like do a backflip. Like she climbed on her bow and backflip
Yeah.
and kick someone. That was really cool.
Oh
You
yeah,
never see
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
So,
Yeah.
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 That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Honestly, the ice ring fight was it's just really fun to watch. Yeah, it's really fun to watch. Like
That was probably like the best action scenes I've seen from all
in
the Marvel
series.
series. Or
Yeah.
one of the, or at least in the top, definitely in the top.
It's up there. It's up there.
It's
I
up
mean, to
there.
be fair, like again, Hawkeye is never really like the like never really get like an action set piece, I guess, in any of the movies he's in. So this is the first time we really get to see his full range of trick arrows. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you
We
agree
even
with
saw the
that?
asset. We even saw the asset arrow with the tree and everything, which we haven't mentioned. That's it.
Yeah. 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 Well, it was really cool. And
Yeah.
yeah. What else is there to?
I'm gonna go to the comments just to so we can
Alright, yeah.
comment. We can comment on some of the comments if we agree on it, whatever. But last,
Yeah, let's go to the comments, yeah.
one thing I want to mention. Again with the Yelena and Clint fight, and this is probably maybe I'm stretching it, but like the part where Clint is explaining to Yelena about how she sacrificed herself for the Infinity Stones. Yelena was standing in front of the tree, but the background was blurred, and the tree is like all colorful, right, with the ornaments. And the ornaments are only the color of the Infinity Stones, and it's sort of like blurred in the background. So it's sort of like Yelena is ignoring the Infinity Stones.
I never noticed that, but
This
It's
is the
probably a
kind of.
stretch, but that's like cool. That's detail if they do that,
I mean, this is the kind of thing that like sickos get into.
I watched it twice. Okay, I
Yeah.
paid attention.
I mean, again, there's also a detail.
Sickos.
I'm going off tangent for a bit. There's also a detail in Endgame where when the portal comes out, it's all in the colors of the Infinity Stones as well.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
there's that detail, but
But yeah. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the comments. So,
go
Star
to the
Machine
comments.
said Hawkeye episode 6 was a real good finale. Unlike most of the other MCU shows, this one sticks the landing, mostly due to the stellar lead performance. A lot of minor subplots don't work for me, but Steinfeld and Pugh are electric.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Simple Joe said Hawkeye final episode is great up until Kazi start using laser pointer on a sniper. Then
yeah,
great
that
again
was
when
that
they
was like
both
annoying.
return to the Barton's home, and the best of all, Avengers musical. We'll
Yeah.
touch on the post-credit scene. You want to talk about post-credit scene now?
Oh wait, here. About the laser pointer thing, it's like we know it doesn't make any logical sense. Why
Like,
would
here's
you
the thing.
use
It annoys me,
laser
but I can't
pointer?
complain about it because so many movies do it.
No, the thing is, the movies have to do laser pointer on sniper just to show who the sniper is shooting at, kind of thing, or who they're targeting, I suppose,
Yeah,
to make
yeah,
it clear.
like I've
But
come to accept it. I still don't like it, but I've come to
Yeah.
accept it.
like logically, why would you do that? Yeah, but yeah, I'll let it slide at this point, kind of thing. It's more like movie series kind of stuff. So
Yeah, all right.
and yeah, we'll touch on the musical later. I
Okay, we'll
guess.
save it till the end. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, Simple Joe also said it had a good plot, but there are so many problems with it. The action scene, except the Aero Party scene that was supposed to be great, end up becoming stupidly non-cyclical and boring. Disagree with that. I think based on what we said earlier, I think most of us disagree with that as well.
No, here I remember simple Joe's main argument, like main dislikes about the final episode is the fact that Yelena, at first when she's like going down, rappelling down the building really quick,
Oh yeah,
she directly, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
Nope, that's not it. Is it this one? There it is. This is the comment.
uh, yeah, Simple Joe. Wait, go back from the previous one.
It's
Yeah,
it's a continuous.
Simple Joe. Yeah, as he explained here, Yelena's motivation to kill Barton was built up for 3 episodes, only to be we saw Martha at the end. She talked about killing Barton while eating hot sauce when waiting on the lift with Kate. Next one.
Moving on. Yeah.
And actually shoot, and yeah, she actually tried to shoot him when she was rappelling down off the window. But then when they met, instead of shooting him, they start talking. You know, I'm gonna talk then punch him, kind of thing. So I get Simple Joe's whole argument because like yeah, again she was talking up about like yeah, I'm here to kill Barton, that's it. And then doesn't help that when rappelling down, she's like, boom,
Okay.
shoots.
Okay. But my counter argument is when she's talking about the hot sauce, when she's talking while eating hot sauce, Kate haven't tried to convince her yet. After that, Kate has been trying to convince her ever since, including the elevator scene. Which is why at that point, if you're Yelena, you probably, and with the things going on with the Eleanor and Kingpin, you probably start questioning your own motivations in a way, and you must be curious if you want to know the truth. Which is why it makes sense why she didn't kill him right away.
Alright, yeah, that works as well. Honestly,
That's,
I don't
my,
know
that's my
much of
counter argument, at least.
It's just that like it could be like as the episodes progress, like her conviction on trying to kill Barton like grew. I mean, no, like faded less and less to a point where she's more curious in the end.
yeah, it's yeah, again, yeah, I think I agree more with Ariq, more like yeah, what's that name? Yeah, she just kind of like she wants to know instead of just avenging her sister, I guess.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know, she wants
eventually,
to know
it
why.
builds up.
Yeah, eventually.
It's called
Probably,
character development.
probably something like that. Yeah. Katie Lynch then said, "I like the finale. I don't understand the criticism."
But did people not
All
like
right.
it?
I think some people, again, I think some people is kind of let down a little bit with how everything is wrapped
Man,
up.
especially it's definitely a bit of a letdown with for me at least, especially with the Kingpin stuff.
That's like my only issue with the finale. Everything else I
Yes,
love
my only
about the
issue is
finale.
like yeah,
For
Kingpin.
me, yeah,
Upon
I mean,
rewatch.
we are on the same boat together. I think that we are not that pleased with the Kingpin's performance, but everything else we're okay with it. Yeah. And then Fat Love Movie says this was a bunch of fun. Still has a few of the problems that most of these shows have had this year, but still a fun, entertaining waste of time.
Entertaining waste of time.
Entertaining
Highly
waste of time.
again, Fat Love Movies. Hailee Steinfeld great. Renner once again proved his this franchise secret weapon, while him and Paul Rudd. Okay, and the supporting cast varies from surprising to lame to halfway enjoyable? Question mark. I gotta say, the Jack, Jack, like
Jack Kane.
apparently he's just some random dude that actually knows
Yeah, just
SWAT
a
stuff.
charming
Yeah,
dude.
I was expecting a bit more honestly, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in the end, he's
again,
just like,
That's why I like it.
again,
ha.
He got
evil
framed.
mustache. It's like really
He was a
that
nice
mustache.
dude, you know.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know,
some
they
dude that likes
literally
SWAT.
used him as a patsy for like 5 episodes long. In the end, he's just like, haha, Hangar.
Very much, yeah. Yeah. Naruto the man said the Kingpin was alright. I'm glad that Dinafrio hears though. I think we are all glad that Dinafrio is back because he's really great. Kingpin. And Simple Joe say tracksuit start from threatening on third episode to downright idiotic at the end. I think we all agree that since the tracksuits appear that they're comic relief at this
It's
point
very,
from
it's
the
very,
start.
Comic relief.
it's very
At
comic
no
accurate
point,
as well.
at no
At
point
no
did I
point
think
they
were
felt threatening.
Yeah, that's how I felt as well. One of which is they supposed to target Eleanor, but not one of them try to separate to fight Hawkeye and find Eleanor. Yeah, I mean,
Well, none of them found
Uh,
Eleanor anyway. So
yeah, that's true.
they
Yeah,
only found Eleanor because the LARPers found them and then told.
that's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Are there more?
There are several more. Samuel
Yeah.
Stein said final action sequence is great. I like how they dealt with the Griffin Natasha. Oh, yeah, we touched about that. Katie Lynch said the trick arrow scenes are great. Fred Movie says the finale. I like finale a lot better than most MCU shows. And then someone said the post credit scene is kind of lame though. Yeah, let's talk about that now.
Let's talk about post credit scene. Yeah, let's talk about post credit scene. The music. Oh, what happened to Ariq?
I think Ariq clicked the end broadcast by accident.
Probably. Yeah.
Not end
But yeah,
broadcast. He left by accident.
Clicked on the wrong button.
Did that? I've did that before.
yeah, me as well. All right, yeah, the post credit scene. I think I mentioned it in the first, after the first episode. Like, I want to see more of this musical, and I'm really glad that we get to see more of this musical.
Technically,
Like-
what we got to see was the full version without the cuts.
yeah,
with
yeah,
the-
yeah, exactly, right.
The
And it's
story.
like, and I'm like, sure, it's cringe, but it's a fun cringe to watch. I'm like, I was actually enjoying the song.
But yeah, I was cringing, but I hated it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I hated it and enjoyed it at the same time.
I hate it. It just
I can do this all day. I cannot sing. But yeah, what do you guys think about Ariq?
was pretty. It was really fucking
it's
stupid. Was
No,
pretty
it's
fucking
stupid. That's
dumb.
for sure.
I don't know why, but I think I would have enjoyed it, but I don't know, the song just doesn't seem as catchy or as I hoped it would. It would
Well,
have
I
been a lot
think
funnier if it was as catchy and we would sing it along until we got bored of it, but we didn't sing along to it.
I can do this all
I
day.
sort of
part was fun.
did, but I
Yeah, we
sort of
did.
did, but then you guys skip ahead, so I was off sync with your track.
That's true.
Oh, right.
No, here
I went through the credits.
I would have done it more if more of my friends here actually watched the Hawkeye series, but none of them did. So even if I do the I can do this all day part, no one would get it except you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say I thought the post edition was fine. What could have made it better is after watching that whole thing, it pans to the audience, and there is Yelena watching that there, and he's like, "I waited 5 hours in line for this. I could have gone to the Statue of Liberty."
You know?
Yeah, actually,
Oh,
yeah,
That,
that
would have
better.
been nice.
That
Yeah, it
would
would've
have
been funnier.
made it
You're onto something,
exponentially
Albert.
better. Yeah.
Right.
You're onto
yeah,
something.
I want to see Yelena cringing to it. Just like
Cringing to it, and I could have went to the Statue of Liberty. Damn. You know? You made a very good point, Bert. You made a very good point. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because they just kind of show the thing, but if it was more like that would be funny.
That would be
Funnier.
funny, yeah. Oh, that's not bad. Again,
Yeah.
it's just the Avengers plus Ant-Man for some reason.
Or I could
Yeah,
pan and watch Scott Lang be like.
Hey, they put me
Scott
in.
pointed out, maybe this is the reason why Ant-Man is there is maybe someone saw Scott Lang who traveled back in time to 2012 and was like, "Oh, he's in a fight this whole time."
Oh,
In
that's
Endgame.
true.
true.
Maybe that's why it's there.
But he's so
'Cause he was the
small
only-
that
he was the only one that wasn't supposed to be there. That's there in 2012.
That's true, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. So let's have our thoughts on the overall
season.
show and how does it ranks among the other show as well as how it ranks among the MCU for you guys.
Alright, yeah. Who, who wants to go? Albert, why don't you go first, I guess, with the overall.
Albert had a list somewhere he sent to the group, and I pretty much agreed with it. But where is
I
it?
had a list. I updated my list definitely.
Yeah, Albert, go
Updated.
ahead.
Oh yeah, the
So,
must be for Hawkeye.
I think this is in my opinion, this is after watching it again, this is the best show of the MCU.
Okay.
They know what it's doing. It has a central plot. I like that it's grounded and it's very different than the other stuff. This is the most grounded the MCU has been in terms of story.
Mhm.
Because they're literally dealing with local crime, and I really like that. And it have the heart of it is still there with the best the Hailee Steinfeld and Clint Bishop's dynamic works, and it carries the whole show. There is heartfelt moments. There is great action sequence, one of the best and most creative action sequence we've seen in a while from the MCU, and it nails its finale, so it's good. Right now it is my number 8 in terms of my MCU ranking out of the 32
movies and series.
Yeah, out of 32 movies and series, it's number 8. This is my favorite of the TV shows. In terms of TV shows, it goes Hawkeye, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, What If.
All right, yeah. Okay,
So
okay.
yeah.
All right, yeah. How about Ariq?
No, I found the list, Albert. It's your Phase 4 ranking.
I have a Phase
Basically.
4 ranking?
Yes, jeez, I found
Right,
it.
Oh, okay,
But-
but that's before I rewatched the
Yeah, but that's
Hawkeye
before
series.
our
It
Hawkeye
arrives
update.
up.
Well, at least I know exactly where Hawkeye lands now there. But
Yeah.
I think Hawkeye is not my favorite series. It's my second favorite series.
Yeah.
Because the first, I still prefer Loki the most. Because I think I mentioned already several times, I wasn't looking forward to Hawkeye. I didn't really care much about him. Just some dude with a bow and arrow. Kind of pathetic compared to the whole Avengers. It's kind of weak. And the first 2 episodes, honestly, in my opinion, is probably like the weakest of all the Marvel series. Maybe it's a bit stronger than Falcon and Winter Soldier, but it was pretty much one of the weaker ones. It was like episode 3. That's when things kind of start
Starts to get fun.
escalating. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does have the best. What do you call
The
it?
car chase
Ending.
scene, right?
Yeah, the car
Oh,
chase
the
scene was
ending.
pretty cool. Yeah, but I did say like it has the best ending of all the series.
Mhm.
It goes up like this. It's like
Up!
immediately.
Just up!
But yeah, so it is my second favorite, and based on actually, no, you know what? Well, just leave it on
Based on
that.
based on all the series, well, how would you rank it? I guess Loki being the first, Hawkeye
Loki,
second,
Hawkeye. Wait, what was it? What's her name? WandaVision.
WandaVision,
Yep.
WandaVision, then
Oh,
Captain or What If?
the Falcon, Winter Soldier. Then What If? Because What If was
Alright,
we got thrown off guard, man. We were like, oh, they're not related, and these are just random
yeah,
episodes.
that's
And then
it.
in the end, they're like, haha,
It's all connected.
psych, psych.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Alright, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. How about you, Teguh?
How about me? Let's see. Definitely not. Okay, okay. Number 1 is still Loki.
Mhm.
I'm actually gonna put WandaVision still at number 2,
Oh, alright.
and then Hawkeye, and then What If, and then Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, okay. You like What If more than Falcon Winter Soldier, alright.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay, okay. Alright, understandable. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think. Wait, is there more you want to say, Teguh? Are there more? Teguh's thinking hard.
No.
Oh.
Additional question for everyone. What is everyone's favorite scenes of
Wait,
the show?
dude, wait, dude.
Favorite
I haven't
what?
done my rankings yet.
Scenes.
I haven't
After
seen my
Cal-
Oh
rankings.
no!
after Calvin,
Ignore Kelvin.
after Calvin, we'll
Ignore
go around
Kelvin's
again.
dialogue.
We'll go
We
around
don't need
again.
it. We don't need it.
Here. Okay, I'm pretty much agree with most of you. I guess like here in the chat as well. I guess chime in with your list. I guess now. But yeah, again. I've only watched all of them like once, so all of them is first viewing kind of thing, right? For me, Loki is still number
Mhm.
1 for me. I still enjoy Loki a lot, and then um from a fun standpoint, yeah, Hawkeye I like him as number 2, and then WandaVision. Was it Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then What If? Because honestly, What If could have been a lot higher, but could have been higher than Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's just that there are quite a few I don't care episodes on What If. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
yeah, that brings it down quite a lot. Yeah, that's my rankings out of the 6, I think. Wait, how many? 5 MCU shows we got. Yeah. All right, yeah. So okay, Albert, what was it, Bert? Go on.
Favorite scenes from or I guess
Hawkeye.
favorite episodes and favorite scenes if you have any, if it's separate.
From the Hawkeye or like
From
every
Hawkeye,
MCU
from
stuff?
Hawkeye.
From Hawkeye. Well, it's definitely for me. It's going to be I still think the action car, the car chase scene is number 1 for me.
Mhm.
Like as much as I like the ice rink one, the car chase scene on episode 3, I think. Yeah, I think that one's still my favorite because I don't know, just like at the start with the whole one take thing, that was pretty cool, and we get to see some of the arrows. Kate just kind of reacting to like there is more dangerous arrow than this, something like that. That was pretty fun, and then the whole part of like Clint Barton not being able to hear because his hearing aid got broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, that was fun. And then especially at the end with the Pim arrow thing that just like a giant arrow, and
yeah.
then the plunger arrow actually got having a use. That was fun watch. Yeah, that one's still my favorite scene from the whole Hawkeye series. Yeah. What about you guys?
Favorite scene.
The favorite scene or favorite
Uh,
episode?
Scene and
Both.
both, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, mine is episode 3 and that scene, honestly. Just fun watch.
I'll go ahead since you're thinking. My favorite episode is episode 3. It's still, I think it's a near perfect episode. And I'm gonna split it into two. Although my favorite action scene is the thing Calvin said, the chase sequence, especially
Hmm?
because there's a portion of that fight where it's one take in a car and it's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
And yeah, I mean, even everything in the warehouse is pretty cool. But my favorite overall scene of the whole show, which again, the show is carried by Clint and Kate and their performances, which is why the phone call with Nate is still my favorite scene when Clint is like cannot hear and Kate is writing it down. That is my overall favorite scene, and both are episode 3, which is why episode 3 is my
It's
favorite.
so heartwarming that
It's
scene.
it's the best. It's
Mm-hmm.
obvious. It's honestly the best scene. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
mhm. All right. So my favorite episode and scene are different, basically. I mean, like my favorite scene is not doesn't take place in the same as my favorite episode because my favorite
Okay.
episode is still episode 6 because, like I said, there's a lot of action. There's a lot of things that they wrapped up. I mean, the only issue there was like Kingpin, but I kind of accepted him because
Hmm.
Disney Plus. He's nerfed by Disney Plus. Nerfed by Disney Plus and
More like
general ratings. Yeah.
Disney minus.
No, Kelvin.
Ooh.
No.
No? Alright.
No. No. But yeah, we've already mentioned talked about episode 6, so it's pretty clear why it's my favorite. But my favorite action, yeah, it's still the what is it? The car chase, not the car chase action scene stuff. Because actually, I remember. Oh, Kelvin hasn't watched this yet, but it reminded me heavily of the Raid 2 because there was like one
Oh,
car chasing that also took like, well, it's not really one
yeah.
shot, but it looks like it's filmed in like one shot. So I like the way
Yeah.
they filmed that was very reminiscent of the movie of the Raid 2, but with more arrows and less punching. So that was pretty cool. Very impressive. I really like that, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Teguh?
Teguh, your turn?
For me, my favorite, I think I'm exactly the same with Ariq. My favorite episode is episode 6, just because, like, in total, it had the most stuff in it and the most enjoyment in it. But my
Mm.
favorite scene is the car chase scene with all the trick arrows and the one take, all of that. So yeah,
So, yeah.
and I mean they had a charger.
So I
Oh,
guess
that
we're pretty much like we all agree that the car chase scene is probably the best
yeah,
action
and,
scene
and
from
don't forget
Hawkeye.
that Pim arrow with the
Pam arrow.
big boot. That
Hmm.
was fun.
Should have
That was
destroyed the
Oh.
bridge. They probably should have destroyed the bridge.
Probably should have. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
USB arrow, that doesn't kill
USB
toxic
arrow.
mafia.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh yeah, that's what you don't want to find out.
What?
What?
Consensus:
But yeah.
we want Bert and Bertie to do more stuff for the MCU.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true. Bert and Bertie, the director of like how many
Episode
episodes?
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3, 4, 5 are like
Oh, that's where
the
that's where
better.
I like. That's when I start liking it.
Yeah, very much right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright. Let's go to the chat for a bit. Bert or Ariq,
Okay.
whoever that control the chat.
Let me do it. So Katie Lynch said Hawkeye's top 10 in my MCU ranking. Samuel Stein said it's number 15 right now, still below Loki in terms of show, but above the rest. Star Machine said around top 15 for me, maybe, not sure. Fred Love Movie says Hawkeye's number 17 for me. Fred Love Movie asks, are you guys ever gonna do a revised top 10 MCU ranking? Since it's been a while since that original episode.
We were talking about it at one point, and we are thinking of doing that. yeah.
I think the best
Sometime
moment for us is when Phase 4 ends, maybe. Because like,
Whoa,
here,
I don't know when that's gonna happen.
here's the
Oh,
thing.
really?
We just started.
Here,
Phase
I was
Oh
four.
yeah,
thinking
exactly.
we should do an what's his name? A revised one after all of us watch No Way Home. By all of us, I mean me and Teguh. Because after that, it's going to be a while. Multiverse of Madness coming out on May 6th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a while until we have another MCU. So I think that's the best time we
Yeah,
can
I'm in
revise
agreement with Kelvin.
Because
our MCU.
last time we did that, when we
What was
did
the
that
last time
ranking,
we did
it
it?
was after Infinity War, I think.
Oh,
So
not
we've
end. So
had
Endgame was not
no,
in
because that
here.
was our
Oh.
second episode. It was our either our second or third episode ever. So our first episode ever was Infinity War. So
Yeah, we remember
since
that.
then
Yeah.
we've had No Way Home, we had Far From Home, we've had Endgame, we've had all the TV shows, we've had Captain Marvel, we've had Black Widow, we've had Ant-Man and the Wasp, Eternals, Shang-Chi. So we've got maybe
Oh,
the
we got
rating.
plenty.
Now
Wait,
maybe
the
it's changed.
TV series, are we gonna include that, or is it just
I
gonna
think
be
Included,
so.
included,
Oh, we're
included.
gonna put movies. Okay.
Yeah,
They didn't have
included.
TVs back then, so I mean TV
Yeah.
series back then, so we
Didn't
can.
have TVs back then.
They don't
Damn.
have TVs back
Oh, they
then,
didn't have
damn.
TVs back then.
So yeah,
Straight up.
our ranking is probably gonna change as well. Even from
Yeah.
maybe some of the ones that previously lower goes higher up. So we'll see. We probably
Yeah, we'll
We'll
see.
have
Yeah,
to.
we're going to
good
do that.
question.
Yeah, good question. You're going to do that sometime between, well, January 7th until May 6th. All I know, we're going to do that before Multiverse of Madness. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last few comments here. Simple Joe said, overall, the series is 8 out of 10. The episode 6 out of 10. I really wish they built the confrontation between Yelena and Barton flow more organically instead of Barton whistle out of nowhere. And Katie Lynch said, the whistle showed Barton's relationship with Nat, though. So, yep. And Samuel Stein have a question, which is not really spoiler, although he put a spoiler tag on it. He has asked Spider-Man spoilers. Maybe, I don't know. Do you guys know where this is in the MCU timeline before or after? No
It's
Way
a
Home?
spoiler if we discussed about it, Albert.
It's
To
not.
be fair.
All I
Fair.
know. All I know.
Should
Kelvin,
I-
can
should
put
I
it,
be
Kelvin,
muted
put it
right
back. No. Kelvin, put it back. I'm not gonna talk about No Way
Kelvin's
Home.
not even looking at
Put
the
it back.
screen.
I'm not gonna talk about No Way Home. All I know is that this take place around 2025. And
Okay.
wait. When does the snap? The blip is 5 years, 2018, 2019,
2023.
2023. Okay, so the Iron Man dies in 2023.
Yeah.
This takes place around 2025, and I know that not because of the show, but because of a set photo of episode 3. In episode 3, remember they go to Chinatown to fix the hearing aid?
Mhm.
Yeah.
There was a poster that said there was a Chinese New Year poster, and it says 22 something, and it's covered in the framing of the shot. But in the set photo, it says 2025, and
Okay.
Chinese New Year takes place around February. So
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure. And again, this is around Christmas, right? So
2034.
it's either the Christmas of 2024 or this is like in 2025, Christmas 2025, but it's most likely 2024 because why would there be a Chinese New Year poster for 2020, right? If it's around
Mhm.
Christmas, why would there be
Yeah,
a
Unless
yeah,
it's
Chinese
an
New Year
old
that makes
poster
poster
sense.
somewhere?
somebody didn't take down.
Right, so it's probably 2024 Christmas. I don't
Yeah.
know where. Again, No Way Home takes place directly after Far From Home, so that's like
Far From
summer.
Home takes
So,
place directly after, well, not directly.
so it's
Sometime.
the summer after 2023. So this
Yeah.
probably is after No Way Home,
All right.
based on that
Yeah.
logic.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Are there any more?
Yeah, but I think Samuel just commenting
Simple.
on Katie Lynch. The way
Yeah,
how the
definitely.
whistle is really weird. The whistle's great, but it's weird. Fair. And I do realize
Yeah.
one more thing upon rewatch. They ADR. You guys know what ADR means, right?
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's when they add voiceover
Oh.
post. When Kazi was talking to Maya when they're fighting, he was talking. Whenever he's talking, it's shot from behind Kazi, and it's clearly ADR. So maybe they just want to add more stuff for Kazi to say. Maybe their fighting was just very silent, but they made him say a lot of stuff because I can tell it was ADR. It was just kind of weird the way how they did it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Honestly, I thought Kazi would have a bigger role, but
Died.
all right.
Oh well.
Yeah. All right.
Wasn't as
Yeah.
gruesome
So,
in the comics. That's the
Yeah.
Oh well.
oh well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
I think that's. Are there more that we want to talk about?
Uh,
I think I've pretty
No.
much covered all I want to say.
AT
Right?
Storm.
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas, everyone.
yeah. Alright, so I guess we should just wrap it up for now, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's wrap it up for now.